Okay, here's one more. I don't know how much this has to do with investing at all, but anyway, Sharon asked me to tell you some stories, so I'll relay a story. This one here has a lot of practical use, a lot of practical use. When I was, I don't know, I was maybe 14 years old or 15 years old or something, I went on a date. I don't know, it was like, just somebody had to drive you and stuff like that. It was terrible. It really went really badly. And I got home and I just said, oh, that's it, I'm done. I've had it, no more, I'm not doing that anymore. And my father, sat down and said, what is going on, So I told him, this went wrong, that went wrong, this went wrong, So he says, now I'm gonna tell you a piece of advice. He said, I was a storyteller kind of anyway. He said, as a storyteller, you're really gonna like this. He said, I found out that when things went wrong and I got mad about it, okay, it really didn't work out well. Nothing worked out. When something went wrong and I kind of participated in it, trying to make it better and stuff like that, and, it didn't work out well either, So, but what I found was when I went out on something that was, everything went well. Everything went just the way it was planned. It was nice, but I don't really have much in the way of memories of those events. They're there, but they're very sketchy. Now, when I went out on situations, any situation, and things went wrong, what I learned to do was to step back, be on the sideline, just observe what's going on, but take it all in. And what you have to do is you have to get in the mindset to say, this is going wrong today, okay? Not much I can do about it, but this is going to make a great story someday. And that's true. If you can keep your cool when other people are losing theirs, stand on the sideline, just be an observer and take it all in. Because if you're not an observer, you miss all the facts. You miss what's going on. Now, when you're an observer, you kind of watch what's going on. I would get people, something was going wrong at a situation, okay? I would get people that would literally look at me and say, what are you doing? What are you standing there smiling about? And I'd say, this is going to make a great story someday. Oh, yeah, right now it's not going to make a good story. And literally, I have hundreds of great stories because I took my dad's advice and I just, when things would go wrong, I would, and people would accuse me of kind of planning things going wrong after a while, but it really wasn't. But when things would go wrong, I would just say, oh, this is going to be a good story. And I'd really be observant about who said what happened, timing, etc., so that I could relay that story in all of its fine detail. And it became really well known that I could tell a good story, but I could remember. And the reason I could remember was I detached myself from the emotion of the event that's going on, and I just kind of recorded it. So anyway, it's just something to keep in mind, because in all honesty, the situations where things went bad, when you tell those stories again to the friends who were there, okay, they all have a ball laughing about it. Oh yeah, and this happened, and that happened, and this guy said this, and oh, I can't believe he did that, That's the beauty of it. It's taking that moment, which looks bad, and later on, it'll be a golden moment told over and over and over again among friends. So that's a little piece of advice that I think can go a long way. And when you look back, you'll have lots of stories. And if you then use YouTube, like I do, to tell those stories, you'll have those stories forever, to pass down. And a lot of those stories are pretty good. Anyway, that's another word of advice, little piece of information. Hopefully it goes a long way. Take care.